You have one shot on stage, what you got to play? Generic drops for days, still the people rage. Am I not insane? Can you stop and explain why these drops are so lame? Is money buying you fame? I'm fucking on, I'm killing it with this song. You haters can sing along or go back where you belong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving up, moving on. Cause I took your girl to prom, she can't help but sing this song. Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high raps, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high raps, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. I'm so gone, faded off the 30 rack. She's so on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body back, come on baby, bring it back. I'm so gone, faded off the 30 rack. She's so on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body back, come on baby, bring it back. Yeah, I rap with a passion, yeah, I got it in me. I've been waiting quite a long time for y'all to hear me. It's about damn time you put some stock into me. You're either sponsoring me or fucking bothering me. And the fact is, we just practice all this madness. That is why your status is like a canvas. Chances are advancement. And this you expand comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high raps, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high raps, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Wait, let me get my head straight. I need a drink of water. It's been days I've had a headache. Don't wanna wake up one day, feel like I regret things. I want my story just to have a happy ending. And I don't got a plan B, a plan A's all I need. Took the ships from the sea and burnt them all, no retreat. It's kill or get, eat, and get buried with the seeds. But that makes me feel free, hella focused on my dreams. I got habits, they're established. I'm doing things a bit manic, but I can handle it. Juggle this, juggle that, struggle here, lose some cash, win and lose, make it back. You can choose your own path, nothing good comes fast, nothing fast ever lasts. So I'll be patient but attack every day like it's my last. Push the pedal to the gas, burn the fuel that I have, start a fire, light a match. I ain't never looking back. So plant hard in your feet, there's no retreat. Burn the boats on the shore till they're buried underneath. There ain't no going back. Forget the past, out of desperation are the people born who can last. There's no retreat, go believe. You got it in you, you can do anything that you think that you need. Don't be scared, go succeed. The only people who compete are the ones who don't retreat. unstoppable, irresponsible to try to make all the impossible go flip to probable. This life is not something that's optional, it's got its obstacles, but it's a gift. So don't miss out on your chance to be phenomenal. Push all the chips in, I take risks cause risky wins. I take hits straight to the chin, then get right back up again. I don't lose, I always win, cause any loss is a lesson. I got a different engine, wanna go, I'll go again. I'm on the chase while they running, call the plays that are coming. Turn a profit out of nothing, like a prophet up and coming. Taking shots, I'm always gunning, when I gamble, never bluffing. Last shot, I'll be clutching, hit the shot they always wanted. Game winners, train killers, I can make 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures. Pay for any fucking dinner, paint a picture. Life richer, good people, good liquor. Life bigger, fight winner, I just wanna get there quicker. So plant hard in your feet, there's no retreat. Burn the boats on the shore till they're buried underneath. There ain't no going back. Forget the past out of desperation. All the people born you can last, there's no retreat. But believe you got it in you, you can do anything that you think that you need. Don't be scared, don't succeed. The only people who compete are the ones who don't retreat.
That was a hell of an entrance after that music, let me tell you. It sounded like you slid down a hill there for a second. Good evening, everybody. Mad Max, Gregory, anybody else who's in chat and just sitting there chilling. Good evening. Great to see you. We're doing our normal little recap here. Instead of Vern, we have good citizen Robert, who is featured in this in last night's little meeting that they had last night, along with good citizen media. I don't know, we got muted mics or something. We've been having technical issues. So anyways, so we're gonna bring up here the meeting that was on the other night. They're having some really bad connection issues.
Really bad.
Really bad. There he is. There's the audio.
We got special guest tonight. Special guest, Rabla. Rabla is a special guest tonight, guys.
Rabla.
Rabla.
My buddy Robert, you gotta love him. Always putting shit out on fucking Front Street, man. You gotta love that guy. So, good citizen, you were there, man. So, why don't you give us like a quick breakdown before we get into this on like maybe a little bit of what we're going to expect here?
A lot of tabling. We're gonna table a lot of things. I think like 5 things we're gonna table for a workshop. You're gonna see the mayor getting asked if he can read. And you're gonna hear the water guy here in town drop a bomb on the town about what he believes is going on and what needs to be done to fix it. This meeting, you know, we had the cops there this time. This is a regular meeting, so the cops attend the regular meetings for Aguilar. 2, 3 officers, sometimes more. You know, to keep the peace.
Wow, does it really like get to like that bad, like bar brawl status?
Well, in this meeting, the mayor gets attacked. Mark put a stop to that, though. He wasn't going to have an attack on his mayor, so you guys will get to see that as well. But as far as overall, Miss Tyra there, she did wonderful. This is one of the best meetings I've seen her in. She didn't speak out of turn. She didn't have no big attitude or anything. She was smiling when I first seen her, and she was smiling when I left. So nice to see a different side of Tyra.
Right? Hell, I haven't seen that side of Tyra yet.
Yeah,
And Robert is
nice.
back.
Like I say, she didn't speak out of turn. She didn't lead the meeting. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm back.
How we doing, Rob?
Blah blah blah.
Sounds good. Oh,
No, I think he's on a delay, and I can hear a slight echo.
Let's see if we can get him working here.
yeah.
See, told you.
I think I'm on now.
I can hear you. I can hear you pretty good now. So, Robert, why don't you go ahead and tell the people here what you
There's still
what was your
coming in better
agenda
now.
in cool. What was your agenda in the meeting last night there, Robert? I think we've got a long delay. Do we have a long delay?
Have
Oh, we had good citizen dropout. Like I said, technical difficulties. You got to expect it when you're running a show of any sort. You always got to expect the technical difficulties. They're both out. So I tell you what, here, we'll go over this a little bit here. I've got it set up straight up at the beginning, and we'll get it started here.
Man, fuck Donald Duck.
Fuck Donald Duck. Oh, I'm sorry. If your volume is up, please adjust as needed. This is enhanced volume, and I have the volume full blast on here. So you guys can adjust it as you need it on yours. But I did run this through the editor twice to double enhance it as much as I could without distorting a lot of the words. So hopefully it comes clear for everybody.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Yes.
Here.
Approval of the agenda.
I'd like to bring up that still on this, the agenda, the employee handbook and the town usage of town vehicle is still not on this. Been a request every month since April.
You have to have a work session for the handbook. I've already spoken that.
And that's what I'm told every month.
Hey,
so
Vern.
we haven't.
Hey, not Vern.
Not Vern.
Okay, well, we ain't gonna argue, so basically, we'll set up a work session. So what's good for everybody?
This is up for the agenda. They can work this out later.
Okay, so I need approval on the agenda.
I'm sorry, can you guys speak up a little bit?
Can't hear ya.
Can you hear me now?
I just made a motion to approve the agenda.
Second?
Hey, Vern, what were you asking to get on the agenda there?
Is this the very start of it?
Yeah, this is the very start when you ask something about the vehicle usage in the employee handbook.
Right. Every month since April 21st. Well, on April 21st, they made a tabled a motion for the board to discuss the employee handbook and the use of town vehicles for personal use. They tabled it
Okay.
then, and then every month since then, I've requested that that be added back to the agenda.
And it hasn't, right?
It has not.
Gotcha. Is there an employee handbook that I could get my hands on? Is there a public version of that employee handbook, Vern?
I have no idea.
All right.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes.
Mr. Canada?
Yes.
Mr. Gordon?
Yes.
Mr. Vance?
Yes. Approval of regular meeting minutes for September 8th, 2022.
Oh, before we go any further, Vern, I wanted to ask you too, my man, because I haven't had a chance to really talk to you, my friend. So you said before that you don't know your official office email, right? Like your councilman member seat email.
I know the email address now, but I have not logged into it. I haven't even, it's
You don't have to
uh
tell it to me. Don't tell it to me now, but if you have it, do me a favor and send that to me. So that way I
okay.
can have your official email that goes with town hall.
Okay.
And so that way I can email you on there officially if that's all right.
That's fine.
Okay.
The whole thing with the emails was kind of funny that I found out by trying to get trying to join the group, the Colorado Municipal League, which handles a lot of the legal questions for towns and cities. And
Right.
I was denied the information. I was actually told that I did not have access to it. Well, whenever I tried logging in using my personal email and my name, it created an account. Then the guy who runs the site for the CML gives me a call, and he tells me that he's going to combine both of the accounts because I already had one set up. Tyra had set one up, and I think it's Vernon Thorn Trusty3 at Gmail. And that's whenever I found out I do have a town email address or a government email address, but she set that up and the password. And then in text,
Sorry.
there you go. And then in messaging, she tells me that I did not have access to it and she knew nothing about it.
Huh.
So
Yeah,
just
well,
another lie, but that's why I found out I do have an email address.
right. Okay, yeah, see that's what I figured. Because I mean, you are a councilman. You are supposed to be taking care of something, correct? What is your seat? What are you supposed to be doing on the council, or what is your duty on the council? I don't think we ever got into that.
Officially, what a town councilman does is they approve the bills. They're the directors over the town to where a group of people make a decision on how the town is run. and supervise Tyra's position.
No, right. I got you on that, my man. But like everybody's got a title. I was going to call it a label, which I look at it as a label, but it's a title. So you're trustee. So what are you trustee of? What are you supposed to be trustee of? Like, what does that consist of?
I should know that one, huh?
You should. I mean, you got the seat, and usually, like per seat, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the mayor, the Tucson or the town administrator, the whatever. So I was like, well, I had it in my mind that we've never really gotten into this, Vern. Like, I kind of want to know what you're supposed to be doing on the council there, because I think Tyra might be doing your job, man.
Tyra's doing everyone's job, and that's what the problem is.
Doing everyone's job.
Supposedly it's set up so that your elected official represents the people, and it's 7 different views if you include the mayor, so that the 7 minds could get together and decide what is best for the town. Except for we really don't have that authority, which towards the end of this tape or this video, you'll find out more where I was questioning them. What the hell are we even doing here? What is my position?
Right.
And I think their answer is bent over a desk somewhere. I just can't accept that for a position.
No, I can't accept that either, Vern. That's not nice.
Service, it can all be in the show. Okay.
All right, I got Robert here. Robert's back on the line.
Yeah, Robert was hell in this. You'll see him here pretty soon.
Yeah, we were just about to get to that, but I kind of wanted to dig in on you because I get a lot of guff about not digging in on you, Vern. Apparently,
go ahead.
Apparently, I get a lot of guff of not digging in on you, but I still have not received your official file as far as anything bad or any complaints or anything like. I haven't received anything like that, so you got to be doing something good, right? Like,
you know what? Since I've been to this town, and originally I started a program, the Citizens of Aguilar, and we fed low-income and elderly people at the community center.
Right.
And then I started, I was volunteering for Friends of Aguilar for their Aguilar Days, and then Easter, Halloween. The wife and I would volunteer for that. Then we were volunteering with Bill and Mary, passing out food. I volunteered for everything that has came down through here from the time I've been here. I think the first time that they have started hearing any arguments from me was this was a good one. This one was really the very start of everything with Tyra. I was the president of the Citizens of Aguilar. Sarah was our treasurer. Charlie Giuliano. Excuse me?
I think there's a small echo.
Okay.
Robert, why don't you mute while you're not speaking, so that way, just in case there is an echo, because I think it's coming from you, my man. Just hit your little microphone there, and it'll mute. There you go. Good, right there. All right, go ahead, Vern.
I bet Donald wishes he could mute Robert also.
But that's not me muting him. That's himself muting him, and he has the right to jump in here and go, whoa, hold on, shut the fuck up. This is how it happened.
Right. Okay, well, my first run-in with Tyra, and I just remembered this for some weird reason. 5-6 years ago when we were doing this program,
Sarah was working in the office. She was the treasurer. At the end of the day, after we served meals, we took donations on the meals. We asked for $3 for a full breakfast. You know, an omelet, fried potatoes, juice, toast, whatever your choice was. You get oatmeal, grits, biscuits, and gravy for a $3 donation. And if you didn't have the money, it did not matter.
Right.
And we would take the money, me and Charlie Giuliano, and one of the other people. I don't know if you, uh, 3 people would count the money. We would put it in a bag, then we would take it over to the town hall, and we would give it to Sarah. Now, Sarah would take the money and she would make out our banking receipts and run an account for us. Well, it turns out we started getting, as the money was coming up wrong. And I started getting notices from the bank that we had been taking checks that didn't clear. And we didn't take, we had never took a check yet. So I got the notice from the bank, and it turns out Tyra was writing personal checks to the charity account and taking cash out of the account, and then her check would bounce and we'd have to eat the loss because Sarah was trading our cash for Tyra's check.
Oh, so basically she was cashing her checks.
Yes.
And the checks would bounce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was my first little arguments there with Tyra.
Wow. I don't know. I mean, that doesn't really surprise me there, Vern. I mean, with everything that we've heard, everything that we've seen, and all the documentation that we've come across there, Vern. Sorry, that's not very surprising to me anymore. Like, to hear a story like that. I mean, once you hear the story about the tasing and then find the actual documentation that it happened, bro, like, come on.
Yeah, and we still have the records around here somewhere. I keep records. I'm that type. It'll all go into a box, and somewhere those records are there. And if not, I could go to the bank and get, as the account doesn't exist anymore, it's closed, but they don't get rid of bank records.
Right.
Right.
I could get those records if I had to.
Did anybody say fuck Donald? Or am I the first to say fuck Donald?
I was waiting for that honor for you.
Yeah, fuck Donald.
You know what? Yeah, and I don't deserve that honor. Robert deserves that honor, not me.
Yeah. I was kind of like leaving that honor to you guys.
Yeah.
Robert, you want to say it too? Might be having issues on that.
Sure.
Yeah, say it. Go ahead.
Okay.
All you.
Can you
Freedom
hear me
of
now?
speech.
Yep. Right. Fuck Donald. Fuck Donald. Fuck Donald. Yeah.
Robert,
you can't even say my name right, and he's known me my whole life.
He called him boy. Who the fuck
he
is
did.
gonna call his grown ass a boy? Boy?
Yeah, he said, boy, where'd you get your education?
Yeah,
And
he has some other guy's education. Dude, this shit's raw, y'all. I hope you guys enjoy what you're gonna see, man, because this shit gets crazy.
If any of you take the time to sit down and speak to Robert, this man's educated.
Right.
He's not just some pumpkin that fell off a wagon somewhere. The man's educated.
Yep.
He can read and write. It's not.
And can read and write.
Very much so.
Right.
Very
I learned
much
how to
so.
read before I was in kindergarten. So the teacher used to have me and another girl read the stories to the class.
Yeah. Well, Donald's kind of used to people reading to him. Anyway, so a couple of little highlights.
Yeah.
First off, he asked if you have proof that he can read or not read. Well, in many of our videos already, you can tell he can't read. Joe Cool asked him if he could read, and he wouldn't comment. And then, as he says in his statement, you'll hear here shortly, well, I'll just have the board read it to me. Well, Donald, you can't have it all three ways, motherfucker. You either can't read or you can, or the board's going to do it. Which is it? You can't fucking read, bitch.
Well, he can't. He obviously can't read. I mean, I don't know how he made it through his official police career without being able to read.
Well,
That
now,
just, I mean, he might be able to read like a small little bit, but I mean, we don't know because he, you know, he's been a jerk to every single one of us. He has been. I approached him the last time that I was there while Joe Cool was there, and nope, wouldn't talk to me at all.
Oh,
Joe Cool wouldn't let it go. He kept following him. I was like, fuck it. The guy don't want to talk to me because I give you one opportunity to talk to me nicely. You don't want to talk to me and you don't want to get your side of the story out there. That's absolutely fine. That's your decision, not mine.
Yeah, and maybe Joe Cool pop in tonight with a little couple words on that. We don't know yet, but yeah, he definitely just snubbed Joe Cool like he's too good for him. That was for sure. But I mean, this guy, the things he says, okay. And now, Burn, I'm gonna give you your ass chewing right now. Get that out of the way, because
all right,
that was Robert's 3 fucking minutes. All right, and fucking every 2 words, the mayor had to interrupt him, and then, of course, then you had to stick up for him. But that was that poor guy's 3 minutes. He only gets 3 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get much time.
And everybody spoke for him. Poor guy was trying to just get his fucking words out, and Donald kept fucking drilling him like he was asking for a response.
Right.
Well, he did get a response from me, you know, and you don't need to do this man this way. Robert's educated. You know, no matter what people think of him, talk to the man. It doesn't take but a minute to figure out he's not stupid.
No, he's not. And we're not saying that Donald here is stupid either. Everybody's got a disability. If he can't read, he can't read. But if he can't read, he can't comprehend. Having somebody read it to him does not necessarily mean that he comprehends what's being read to him.
And comprehension is the issue. It isn't reading, it's comprehension. And the fact that he won't admit to his fucking issues goes to show that he can't comprehend. Okay, I mean, if you can't comprehend, you don't need to be signing shit for $6 million that the town has to fucking pay back that you can't comprehend. He has no comprehension that I can tell. He thinks he's a badass because he's a retired cop. He's fucking ignorant. He thinks he's tough, and he thinks those little cops sitting to the right are going to protect him from us.
Let's look at this retired cop thing. He was, for years, biggest part of his professional career, a prison guard. He wasn't the deputy all of this time.
Right.
And I don't think he would have made it as a deputy, you know, but how much writing or reading do you need to turn a key on the motherfucker?
Yeah, think how many people's lives he's fucked up, dude, in the course of his life. Right?
Yeah.
How many people has he ruined? And I can tell from his attitude that he would take pleasure in it, just the way that he speaks to Robert, a concerned citizen with a valid fucking concern, dude. It was a concern. Robert even says, you'll hear him say, hey, if you can read this, then I was fucking wrong and I will fucking apologize. It was a misunderstanding, right? Like he gave him a complete way out.
He said it more than once, though. I heard him say it at least twice.
Yeah, and Donald wouldn't even read a sentence.
Yeah.
And we heard him read that loan proposal off. We heard that. He come up with some number that doesn't even fucking exist yet. So maybe he's just way ahead of his time.
What, the 2,640,000? That's not a real number.
Yeah.
The $2,640,000 loan that they're supposed to get.
Yeah.
anyways, so let's play Robert's interaction. Robert's going to be coming up here in a second here. Let's get this going here because we're only like 2 minutes into this thing and it's 44 minutes long.
Ain't that how it goes?
Great 2022 meeting.
I'll second it.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
I did notice how the officer was like that woman officer was like dead staring at you the
Yes.
entire time though.
Oh, she loves me. Thanks
That
for getting
lady
that chair, Sarah. Appreciate it.
Hey, that lady officer, she's a fair woman.
Yeah, she's nice. Sloan is her
What's
name.
going on, Mr. Robert?
I would just like to, let everybody know that might not know, I've been here a long time, that, even though Donald is our elected official as mayor, he has a learning disability and he can't read or write.
Oh, yeah, do you have proof of that?
Proof of the pudding.
Okay, well, I'm calling objection on that one. So that, in my opinion, right there is very unprofessional on his part. Oh yeah, do you have proof of that? That could be
Right.
handled very differently and go, well,
Hmm.
sir, if you have proof of that, then that would be awesome. But
No, that's his pignorance. That's his pignorance showing through, right? Isn't that what a fucking rogue cop would do to you? Just the same.
just the same. So
It's his pignorance
Yeah,
showing
and
through.
Robert hit me out of the blue with this one. I was not prepared for that question to come from him. I loved it, but I wasn't prepared.
right. Yeah, well,
Yeah. What do I need to read it for? Keep talking, you're doing good. Why?
If you read it from the front to from the top to the bottom, I will apologize
What?
for my misunderstanding and, this will be the end of it. Since you can't read or write, there's 43 stipulations that, grant money won't be given to us until all those are gone through and approved.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
How are you gonna do that?
to the board.
Through the board?
okay, that's my second objection right there, and we're only 4 minutes in. So as it stands, the other night, that special meeting, the board no longer has any say what goes on with that bill.
Right.
They have no say on what goes on with the loan. They have no say in what goes on with anything. Right
And
now,
they could be informed, but it doesn't mean they will be informed. The lawyer stated that too. They could be informed. They could be brought up to speed on it weekly or monthly, but that's a could, not a would.
right. So, I mean,
And I got more information
In
on
my
that for later.
in my objection there is why is he calling him boy? Robert is a grown ass man coming to him with a grown ass man's issue, and he's gonna call him boy. What the fuck is wrong with you, Donald? You little bitch.
right?
Boy.
Yeah, he was trying to get me to lose my temper,
No worries, Joe.
which I didn't do.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's not that we're trying. It's not that we're trying to beat up on the guy at all, man. Like for real, we understand disabilities, we do, right? But then there's also
Yes.
a level of capability of your duties in whatever job that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're responsible for people's lives, regardless whether he wants to think about it or not. I still am trying to figure out what this guy actually does around there because I'm told he doesn't do anything but the meetings, but then I'm hearing that he's got to make all these decisions on, loans and ordinances and this and that. Like, but if he doesn't have the comprehension on what's being told to him, because you can read it to a person all day long, that doesn't mean they comprehend it. Like, we don't know how far it goes. So, Yeah, not
Well,
trying
you
to
don't
beat
want
up
to
on the
talk
guy.
about it. You don't want to talk about it. When
No.
you're in a public position like that, it's his duty to talk about it. I'm sorry, but it needs to be spoken on. And he was asked directly by somebody who signed in to speak, and he's gonna treat any citizen like that is just degrading, right? He intentionally tries to get him riled up. He intentionally degrades him, and this is your mayor. So if you have an issue, you are next to be degraded. Okay.
Well, I think it depends on who you are. Tell you the truth, I've seen him act pretty nice to a couple of people, but like I didn't see him treat the people the way that he's treated me, Joe Cool, good citizen, Robert. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and the way that he talks to Vern with just disdain and his shit, like always Vern's a problem. You know what? In my opinion, I don't care what anybody says. I've done my digging on Vern. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what a person's past is. The guy's doing good. The guy is trying to help out the town, and all I'm hearing is all this bad shit, but I can't come up with any documentation. So I'm reissuing out my email address is you people, the letter U people, free press
And
at gmail.com.
I did a little investigation on Vern because I was told that that restraining order was never filed. So I had to dig into that a little bit. It didn't take that much digging to find out that it was dismissed. Not that it was not filed; it was dismissed. So there's a discrepancy there. I don't know if it's just in the terms that was used or what, but yeah, the restraining order did no good, but it was filed. So they're trying to say Vern has connections with the sheriff's department, or how else would he get that? Well, when you file a restraining order on somebody, they're going to get a copy of it, and they're going to get notice from the sheriff's department directly that you've had a restraining order filed on you, whether it goes through or not, until the
But I
judge
did
can
not.
see you, and the judge will then see you and determine whether it's even any good, right? Like the sheriff doesn't necessarily have to serve it to you. Depends on like how detrimental it is, right? And obviously they didn't take any weight to this 80-page restraining order because I don't even think they came to Vern's house and told him.
I
Well,
never got notice from any of them. The
Yeah.
way I found out was code enforcement gave me a traffic citation and was going to take me to court. I hired an attorney to represent me. My first conversation with this attorney, she wanted to know about the restraining order filed against me. That's how I found out. I was never served with anything. I was never given a hint that it happened until I went to defend myself on a separate fake charge.
Right.
Then I went to the courthouse and paid for a copy of it. It was like almost 100 pages. 80 pages of it was the complaint.
wow.
25 cents a copy or something too, huh?
Right. Yeah, it's 25 cents a copy.
Well, yeah, they're going to charge you for that paper. I just got to say, Vern wasn't the one that turned in those people for watering their lawn. It's amazing what you can do from Arizona.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you can do from Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
telling
give Vern
you,
all the credit, guys. Come on.
it's amazing what you can do from Arizona. Didn't I tell you I have cameras all
Everywhere.
over Aguilar? I talked to me and Good Citizen have a government contact, and they sent me some pigeons. And I'm telling you, dude, these things are great. I love fucking with the conspiracy nuts with these things, man, because they really look like birds.
Yeah, they're close.
Cameras. Yeah,
From
they're
a
pretty
far
damn
away
close.
distance, they look pretty realistic, huh?
Yeah. So we got the new pigeon cameras coming in. Woo! Can't wait for that, man. So I'm just saying, man, stop giving stop giving Vern all of the fucking credit over here, because you know there are other people involved in this thing too. I would like some. I'm being a little selfish right now. Tyra, say my name.
Don't forget the U, capital.
Right? The letter U, capital, just U. And that's how I wanted it explained, because people type in YOU. No, it's just the letter U, and you have to explain that. And then people, just say my name, and I'll be a little bit more happy.
I've got to
But,
meet this Vern guy.
Right? This Vern guy, he's infamous, bro.
Right?
So,
Vernville.
all right, man. Let's get to Robert ultimatum here.
You can't even read what the paperwork says. How are you gonna understand what it says to sign any of the paperwork?
Really? And again, where did you get your education?
I've known that for a long time.
Well, have you?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna sit here and argue with you, so what's your point?
So I was just gonna respect
Mr.
the
Mayor,
ask.
can I address the board for a minute?
Go ahead.
He's attacking, the mayor or whatever else with no, basically, attorney or nothing with him. So I think this is immaterial.
He
He
objects.
thinks it's
Mark
immaterial.
objects.
Yeah, I think it's immaterial. No, motherfucker, it's material. It's real fucking material. These citizens depend on their mayor to make a fucking decision and know what he's making a decision on. And he needs to be educated on it. I'm
Right.
sorry, but you can't make an educated decision if you can't comprehend, Donald. And in his attitude shows he can't comprehend. He is not comprehending anything Robert has told him. He has just been defensive and deflective, right? Everything has been a deflection.
Everything, including this whole entire time. I mean, even look at Tyra. Tyra and at least Stephanie and Tyra have like caught on, and they start giving you smiles now, and they're nice to you because
Gerald's taking a nap, he looks like, don't he?
Right? Gerald's just sitting back. He's relaxing because he hasn't
Yeah.
been touched this entire time.
Yeah,
He's like,
just
I'm
sitting there.
good. They're not touching me. I'm in a good spot right here. As long as I just stay here, stay quiet, I'm good. But yeah, just the disdain right there was just ridiculous.
We just move on to our reports.
All right.
No, I would think that, you know what, the man's got a right to speak. And I've heard the same rumors.
Well, that's good for you.
And there's video of you not being able to read a paragraph.
Multiple.
Multiple videos of you not being able to read a
Yeah, what's your
paragraph.
point?
My point is a $5.8 million loan, and you're the signature on this, and loan and / grant. And I'd like to personally know that you are capable of understanding what you're signing.
Sure.
Comprehend.
Again,
Anything else?
He don't comprehend well, guys. Look at his attitude. He can't read or write.
I'm gonna,
Look at this guy.
really? Can you do it? Doubt it.
Doubt it. What a fucking asshole, dude. Why does everything have to be so degrading out of his mouth, dude?
And I have bladder cancer, so I do not have the energy or the time to do that, or I would have probably put my name in February.
You could have been more than happy to grab an application, buddy.
Buddy.
I know my limitations. I
Okay.
know that I can't do that.
Okay. And
So
And
you
have a good day, buddy. Have a good day.
buddy,
That's rude.
we're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rude.
fucking rude, dude.
Rude.
Okay, we ain't gonna argue, folks.
You know, that was just rude and a half. I was rude when I came into
Right.
oh, god damn it. I was rude. I was
Yeah.
rude. And you know that I didn't call anybody buddy. Like,
Right. Or
for
boy.
real?
Or boy, or say doubt that you could do his job. The motherfucker can't even read. At least Robert can comprehend. If he wasn't fighting fucking cancer and dialysis and all this other bullshit, you best believe he would fucking put his name in the pool.
Right. I
But yeah, we was rude. We was rude for asking the questions we did when we walked into the town hall. But this man can treat his citizens this way, and it's acceptable because he's Donald, right?
Right.
That's acceptable.
It's
And a matter of fact,
normal behavior.
it's not. Yeah, it's not only just that, right? But he was Donald turned it into an attack on him, right? Him and that fucker hiding over there in the corner, Mark, the old mayor, had to step in and say, "Oh, he's being attacked." No, motherfucker, nobody's attacking him. Okay, if he wants to deal with an attack, come see me, motherfucker. I'll give you some verbal judo you ain't never heard of.
Yeah, no, as soon as I heard Donald, this is exactly what I thought of.
Buddy, pretty gruesome. Buddy, I had to hold my breath, buddy. Buddy, don't even tell me about it, buddy. Buddy, I know. Buddy, M&M's. Chocolate me, buddy. Tasty, buddy. Buddy, definitely.
Seriously, that's the first thing that came to my head when he called him buddy. I was like, "Are you serious? That's how a mayor acts, buddy."
Yeah, that's the mayor, Aguilar's mayor, representing right there. It's how he handles somebody who has the balls to get up and say something to his self and the council ultimately.
Right.
Yeah, you will get degraded, and who knows what else you're gonna get. We've heard the fucking stories and all the rumors out of here. So what's your next move there, Donald?
I've noticed that Donald has an issue with people sitting in front of him talking. I have an issue because I can never hear them. Hey, you guys have taken all of my suggestions. Apparently, you guys have upgraded the camera on the laptop. Good job. I give you props on that. You guys have added an extra PA speaker. Awesome. Good job. How about you add an extra microphone for the person that's speaking so that way everybody can hear the person that's speaking and what their gripe is? That would be awesome. Just a suggestion. Add another microphone. You've done all my other suggestions. Why not?
Right. It's coming along.
Robert, thank you for coming up.
Thank you, Robert.
All right, and if Donald doesn't want us sitting that close to him at the table, they could put the microphone
And the mayor
on the chair next to the chair that we're sitting on.
Right.
Right. And if you didn't hear him because he was roboting out, he says if Donald doesn't like people sitting that close to him while they're talking to him, then they could put the chair behind the table and put a microphone on the chair, which technically there's a microphone on the chair that they point towards that laptop. So they could use that microphone for people to speak into, but right now they're using that microphone to amplify the audio for their laptop recording for their Facebook.
It does look they give me ample room in case of, a shot gone wild.
Fucking killing me over here. Hey, where's all the other council members? I mean, that's a pretty big fucking table. And last time I looked, there was like 6 or 7 of you. What happened to all the other ones?
Joe Porras has missed, I think this is his 3rd scheduled meeting, and he missed all of the interim loan meetings. And I've even called him out today, is you've got to show up if you're going to do this job. And I do think that they have an ordinance. If you miss 3 meetings in a year's time, you're disqualified from the board.
Oh, well, Tyra's not a part of the board, is she? Tyra's not a part of the board.
She's a secretary.
Oh, so she can miss as many meetings as she wants, huh?
Thankfully.
Oh, God. Not thankfully. That's a dereliction of duties. If you're not there, you're not doing your job. Anyway,
I like seeing Tyra like this right here. She was, she didn't say one word, guys. She didn't get involved in that at all. It was Mark who had to stand up and tell the mayor he was being attacked. Tyra didn't. Tyra had nothing to say about this. She didn't interrupt. She didn't lead this like I've seen in the past. She She did really well this meeting, guys. I was surprised.
Yeah. I'm still surprised at the fact that, you know, that cop has been eyeballing you the entire time still.
Oh, and look at the posture.
I know. I think you should get her a box of chocolates next time.
Can't read.
That's right there, so that's right there.
He can't read. How's he gonna see it?
Thanks. Okay, reports, building inspector.
Building inspector, pause it.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, this-
Where
We're
the
only
fuck
7
is the
minutes
building
in. God damn
inspector
it.
at?
You know, the town meeting should be longer than our live streams.
Oh shit. Well, Mark's got to get to his fucking hot date, you know, so they can only go so long. But you'll see that at the end. But where the fuck is the building inspector, guys? He's on the agenda. He's supposed to be there. We didn't change the agenda in the beginning of the meeting. He's on the agenda. Where is he? And the fucking mayor don't even realize he's not there and calls on him, guys. So Adam, that's Adam. I've yet to meet Adam, but he's supposed to be sitting in that chair right there, guys. But he's got our company vehicle in the spring somewhere on a hot date.
Oh, I didn't realize Adam, the code enforcement, was supposed to be in there. He's building inspector too?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and he hasn't
Get
been
the
to work
fuck
for
outta
over
here.
3 weeks. Yes.
Oh, shit. That's funny. That is quite fucking
And I think
hilarious right there.
I heard them say he's a plumbing inspector also.
Oh, get out. Does he have the certifications for this?
I haven't seen any.
Oh my
As far as I know, he doesn't.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna continue on here.
Just go to utility report right now.
Oh, now here comes the guy who really runs the town, who gives a shit about his people. That guy right there.
How's everything going with the water taps and the water leaks? Well, I know I saw you working on one. You have a couple or?
Yeah, I had that one on Saturday.
Major or just? What were those on?
I work 7 days a week.
Stephen, could you speak up? I can't even hear you. No, not, I
I
can't.
got called out at 5:30. In the afternoon on Saturday, I worked on it till 8:30 at night, I had to start on it. By myself, so I started, you know, 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday and I restarted by 12.
Okay. Was it one of our main lines or?
No, the service line for the house, that since it was from the main to the meter, that's the town's responsibility.
Anything else? How's our water situation up on top? And how's
I'm holding steady and we're just right above the pipe, which is not good. I'm gonna call Freedom on those, or Freedom 24/7. Keep it up.
what about the concrete? The concrete? Did you say something about the concrete on our water storage up there?
Oh, yeah, the roof. I'm liking, get bids on it, get it replaced.
Can you tell everybody what's going on with that?
Well, years ago, before I ever got here, the roof had been patched in several places. And all those coatings on the patches is in good shape where nothing can get in. Last night I cut open one of those patches and took the coating off, and the concrete under there is crumbling. Pretty much all the way through the roof.
Oh, how big are they?
That spot I dug up is probably about 3 foot around. But there's patches up there that are even bigger than that. And I can just guess what's going on with that concrete under there. The concrete knows what's gonna happen, to stick on that roof. I'm just afraid over time it's just gonna start taking it.
What are they using up there? What kind of patch material?
White, I don't know what it is, kind of rubbery stuff.
So you're saying that the concrete's falling inside?
Not yet, I just want to get a heavy snow in
Is that the whole top, Virgil? Or just?
Just work back.
So you said we have how many patches up there?
There's probably
10
10 patches.
patches.
Is it your recommendation to get a bid on replacing
And don't go back with a bucket.
a pitch to let the water rain off?
Pitch and not come.
So how high would it have to be? You know,
That's higher than what it is right now. Sliding, we put snow on. Keep the water going down, put more vents in it too. To keep everything there. Right now, there's only 2 vents up there. You circulate the air in there, and everything dry. That's one of the problems, it's so moist in there. It just keeps going down.
what does the board feel about getting bid? I mean, we're gonna have to get it done.
Yeah, I think, we should get bids from somebody that knows, what they're looking at and share what is, they think should be done.
Because how big is that roof?
What is the dimension? Do you know, Burton?
70 feet by 40 feet, yes.
70 by 40.
Okay.
I have one every 3 weeks. She'll be looking at tomorrow. In 2019, she recommended the entire reservoir be replaced. So she'll be looking at that tomorrow.
Yeah, if you can do that, and then we can get it out.
But she's gonna recommend it be replaced.
Well, if it's gonna cave in, I
I don't
mean,
even want to get up there.
yeah.
I can't blame you for that.
No, I mean, you can walk on some like certain spots that are clear, but some spots you don't walk.
Thank you.
And your
Appreciate
opinion,
you
if
being here.
we put like an A-frame yellow
That's
across,
fine.
you think that's gonna save it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
70 by 40, and the mayor wants to put an A-frame over it.
If I understood what you're
Put
saying,
one in
like,
the
you're
chat, if you
talking
can hear
about
me.
a secondary structure, a roof over it to say what's there is he's requesting be replaced.
Exactly.
Not a secondary structure.
No, that's what he just said, yes, too. He's talking about secondary roof on top of this.
Yeah.
Down with
What you're gonna
this.
see.
Well, that's why I was asking if it'll work, because if not, it isn't work.
And I was just trying to clarify.
No, Donald, it ain't gonna work. You gotta fix it right, not keep bandaging it, you idiot.
Okay, well, get us that report tomorrow. And that
You
way.
won't have to make it, by the way.
Well,
Get us the
hopefully by
report
next meeting.
tomorrow.
They've already
Well,
had
if
the
we get that,
inspect.
we can get that thing out for bids, because
I've already contacted one guy and he's having her back.
The recommendation is to replace the whole thing.
well,
Right? Why would you not? If it has 3-foot holes in it and it's only 40 by 70. There's he said there's approximately 10 patches, and he said
Okay.
he's worried about the area that's 3-foot round. Man, if an area 3-foot round, anybody could go through that when it goes, right? And like he said, he's worried about the snow load, and if you didn't catch it, he is worried about contaminants getting into the water. So now they've been fully informed that there's a possibility of A, it collapsing in, and B, contaminants in the water. And they say,
Like
well, get us a
right now?
report tomorrow, right? This guy works 7 fucking days a week fixing leaks, man.
Yeah, you gotta watch that stray cattle up around there fall through the hole.
No shit.
Now I don't quite understand because I haven't seen these tanks yet. Can cattle make it on top of these tanks?
No,
Hey.
they cannot.
You
No.
people, he says there's points of the fucking lid that he won't even step on. And Virgil's not like a big heavy guy, you know? And he
No,
don't trust it.
I've had a chance to see Virgil, and Virgil is taller than me, and I'm not such a small guy either. I'm probably average. But anyways, so it's like It's like I can see that, but I mean this guy he's covering who was it? It was Derek, right? Derek's old job.
Yeah, he's doing the gas and the water.
Yeah, and hold on a second. You got this much here.
Yeah.
You got that much there that he's getting paid apparently.
Yeah, and so they stopped paying the 15 an hour. So that saves them a little bit of money, right?
So he's doing.
So yeah, just give him all the work and only pay him for the one duty, and say, hey, you got the certification. You're the man for the job right now. What if he didn't have the certification or didn't want to do it? Well, then his job's at risk, you know?
Yeah, well, I kind of think that $17 an hour is quite bullshit because I called around and we said this in the last live stream as well that we checked into all of the jobs because the fucking pay just seems suspect to me. And I figured out that there's people making $25 to $33 an hour just for what he is originally supposed to be doing. And on top of doing the gas, he should be making an extra $25 an hour.
Right. And now with that, he has to worry about these sneaky ass people trying to get rid of him, right?
Right.
Because he knows a lot of stuff. He's been here for a while. Oh, so now he's got to worry about his job plus work 7 days a week for fucking nothing. He doesn't get overtime, guys. Doesn't work like that.
No. And
he gets
on top,
he gets comp, right, Vern? He's comped, isn't he? It's not overtime pay.
Right, he gets comp.
So explain that for the viewers.
All these tough questions. He gets extra time off for vacation or through the week if they give him a couple hours off early. He gets that instead of overtime pay.
Right. And if he gets COVID or something and he's out for 2 weeks, he's still just fucked, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It does him no good. So he doesn't get any kind of overtime pay. They work him. Sometimes he's got to go out 3 a.m, guys. And sometimes he's got to be out 9 o'clock at night. It doesn't fucking matter. He's on call. He is the only man that keeps this whole fucking town functioning as far as facilities.
I got to say, Donald, you're quite lucky that man just doesn't up and quit on you.
Oh, shit, dude. I would quit if I was him. I'd say, fuck you, dude, because they don't appreciate him. And you can see it in Donald's fucking deal. He says, well, get me the report tomorrow. Donald, the man fucking has a job unlike you. He has to serve the citizens. Man, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
And what's Donald going to do with the report? Make a paper hat?
Right. Like have somebody draw a picture of it for him? Like, come on, man.
Well, I mean, he could put it up in the post office. Damn well they're not going to put it up online where everybody can go and view it for public view. They're going to put up some bullshit ass water report that says that the roof was fixed. But that right there is telling me that the roof was never repaired.
Right, because Virgil said it was patched before he got here. That's what he just said. He said that patchwork was done before he got here. He don't even know who patched it or what they patched it with. Some white shit. Okay? 10 patches. So what the yeah, dude. So it's been that long since it's been anything done to it, and it's to the point the man is afraid to walk on it, afraid for his fucking life at that,
I think I can tell you what they use to patch that. So if it's what it is, what I'm thinking it is, they probably use the rubberized roofing that we use out here for our flat roofs. And basically what that is you get cloth, right? And then you lay it out over the spots that, you think are going to have leaks or whatever. And it's kind of like a moisture barrier. And then you take this rubberized roofing and you coat it really good in those spots. So that way nothing goes in through the holes that are underneath of that mesh. So, but it doesn't last forever. Eventually it's going to give way, and whatever's underneath is going to give way as well because it's a patch. It's not a repair.
He said it's 3 inches thick. The lid is 3 inches thick. So Just as a comparison, when I used to pour sidewalks, we'd average 3-inch thick on sidewalks. You see how sidewalks crack and crumble, right? That's this whole lid, which is 40 foot wide by 70 foot long approximately. When that crumbles, what do you think happens?
Right. All that rust, everything is going up in there. But what if it's crumbling and it's that thick and it's metal? That means that it's corroding on the inside. And if it's corroding on the inside, that means that there's rust already falling into your water. There are contaminants falling into your water straight from the tank that doesn't need a hole to get into. Why? Because it's a dark, damp place constantly. Do you know mold loves that shit? There's a reason why they put chemicals in the water to help filter the water. But how much of those chemicals are going back down into the water system for the people to take in? And if they're not putting in enough, how much bacteria is going down into that water system for people to ingest?
And that's all Virgil. Virgil has to have all the fucking mentality in his fucking brain and be able to comprehend exactly what needs to be done. And then when he speaks up about it, this is the kind of fucking response he gets. I would quit my fucking job if I was Virgil and go work at McDonald's making $20 an hour instead of 17. And then you get weekends off and you get to fucking go on vacation and all that shit. They actually have benefit packages at McDonald's, probably better than what Virgil gets here.
You know, I was almost saying the same thing, because $17 an hour is bullshit. I would love to get Virgil up here, man, like to get his side of the story on it and why he's getting paid so low and why apparently they're so behind the times on pay. Because
Virgil is hard to get a hold of, man. He's if he's not working, he's trying to rest because he knows he can be called back to work at any second, you know? Oh,
No,
line broke here. Oh, gas leak here. You know, what happens, Big Donald? What happens if you got a gas leak on one side of the town and a main line on the other side of the town that both happen to fucking break? What are you gonna do, Donald?
Right.
Mayor Donald, Mr. fucking know-it-all, boy. What are you gonna do?
But they got the job out there in the paper. They're advertising for the job. But I can tell you, if they're advertising for the job at the pay that they want to pay before, at $15 an hour for a gas supervisor, you're not getting anybody to apply for that bullshit. I can tell you that right now.
One person applied, and how much do you want to bet it's a friend of the family's?
Probably. It's probably somebody that lives there and needs the job. And it'd be a government job, but there's obviously no guarantee you can keep that job, because, you know, the only people that I have heard that have not been replaced within 16 years is Tyra.
She's been there 16 years. And
That's
she told me, Tyra told me personally, every single council member in her 16 years has had their personal agenda. Every single one of them. 16 years. But there's no problem here. Just look the other way. You know, she told me that 16 years she's been here, and every single board member has had a personal agenda. That's the only reason they're on the board.
Hey, send in a Quora request and find out what my agenda is.
Right. Well, we already know you make all the videos.
Oh, no, that's Vern.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not Vern. My bad.
Right? I'm not Vern.
Yeah.
All right. It's always that Vern guy. Let's finish this interaction here.
I think I seen that Vern guy up on the fucking top of the water tank with a pickaxe one night.
Oh man. Don't tell people I was up there. Anyways, hold on. Adjust your volumes down. We're starting again, enhanced volume, because we've been talking for a while and, you know, people forget, and I always forget. So enhanced volume, cut it down a little bit, adjust as needed.
And there too, so. Okay.
How are you holding up, Virgil?
Tired.
It's a lot of workload that I'm reading here. Has there been any applications or anything submitted yet? When so far? Can we consider giving the man a bonus or a raise or something for his extra dedication?
Well, he gets overtime for call out, right?
Well, yeah, but there's, I'm just saying, can we consider a special consideration for the extra workload?
That's up to you, board member.
So how do we do it? Work session?
Why is it up to you, board members?
We give the
They're
raise.
they're the bosses. They're the ones supposed to be holding the town's interest in where the So it is the board members' decision.
Okay, so are you asking for it to be put on the agenda, or what was the direction of that question? Because it sounds like you're asking him for permission.
Well, it could have been done right then and there on the spot. Yeah, Vern just needed a second, and it could have been done right then and there, over with. They would have showed him a lot of appreciation and gratitude for what the man's doing, and yet they fucking instead stuck him in the eye with a sharp fucking stick. Well, it wasn't even that sharp. They're like, here, wow.
I want to give him a raise to $25 an hour.
All right. Well, I'm just going to suggest that maybe next meeting that you have, that you don't suggest it.
Motion it. Yeah.
Motion it. Don't suggest it. Don't ask.
Yeah.
Don't ask Donald.
Virgil can see who does appreciate him up there, because Gerald says, "Oh, we appreciate you here in a minute." No, I don't think he really does know how appreciated he is, because look at how they treat him. Look at the body language of everybody up there. And Vern's the only one that even said anything in favor of the guy. So
right.
Nobody wanted nobody was going to second him if he made the motion. So
that's part of my agenda.
Yeah, instead Gerald says, "Oh, we'll look out for you. You're all right. You're good." Gerald's a self-made man. He don't have to fucking work 7 days a week whenever the fuck somebody calls, and he doesn't have to worry about making $17 an hour. That's just my opinion, but
we discussed it here.
You can do it right now. You can discuss it. It's up to the board.
Let's just kind of run through here. Let's see what Virgil's going to have to do with here. Let's put this up.
I didn't hear you, Mark.
Let's just kind of take it for right now. We can always go back and make it retroactive.
I bet he'd like to know that we appreciate what he's doing.
Yeah, we do.
Multiple people's jobs. Man doesn't know.
What?
He was saying that he thinks that we appreciate you.
he can't even say it loud enough for the man to hear.
Well, and he's and if nobody caught it, that was Mark all the way on the other side of the table, hiding behind big old Virgil there.
The ex-mayor.
And he, of course, he's got his head down and his hand in front of his face while he's trying to blow this off and go, can we just hold this off until the next meeting, and we can always make it retroactive pay. Well, that doesn't help the man now.
And then Gerald whispers, "Well, we appreciate you." And Virgil sits forward and says, "What?" And then Vern had to speak up for him.
Because he wouldn't even speak up himself.
That's how appreciated the man is here.
I mean, hell, if I was Virgil, I'm just saying, if I was Virgil, I wouldn't be showing up to work for like maybe a week and a half like some people did.
Right. He's got at least like 5 certifications too. I looked that shit up, man. He's got multiple certifications. This man wouldn't have a hard time finding a job anywhere. He seems like he's got a hell of a good head on his shoulders, but I think he just wants to try to help the town out. He wants to see it flourish, I think that's the only reason that he stays. I'm sure he battles with quitting every fucking day. If I had to guess, if I was him, I sure would. You know, every day I'd wake up like, man, fuck.
Well,
But then I think he thinks about his people, man, and that's what the mayor lacks.
he lives in the town, right?
Just outside.
Just outside, but it's still
still
right there, right? He's not up in
yeah.
like Colorado Springs or Trinidad. He's like right there, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, that's his town. He's
Now you see
looking
what
out
they're
for
paying
his
that
people.
guy. You see what they're paying that guy from the Springs, though, right? So they pay him what they pay him, plus his gas, plus his insurance, plus a vehicle, and then shit on Virgil, the man who makes the fucking town function.
You know what? It kills me, right? It kills me because today I was watching a movie, and I don't know if like a lot of you used to watch movies back in the day, but do you guys remember the movie Fire in the Sky?
Yes.
Okay. If you guys remember that movie, you guys remember the premise of that movie where the guy got abducted by aliens. In fact, out here in Flagstaff, Arizona, out near Snowflake. But anyways, his buddies come back. They tell the truth on what's going on, and the whole town starts thinking that these guys are fucking murderers and this, that, and the other, having town meetings about them. It kind of reminded me of Aguilar for a minute, man. Like, it was like, really? Like, you're gonna turn on your town people like this, and you're gonna be a douche like this. That's kind of messed up. I mean, it just reminded me of the whole small town thing that's going on with Aguilar. Like, everybody's after us Burns, and you know, you can't catch us all. You can't catch us all.
And I hate to give the spoiler, but basically Virgil's done talking here, and everything else that comes up in the meeting, they just, we'll table it for a workshop. So basically the whole rest of this fucking video, the whole other 30 minutes is just, let's table it. They don't fucking get anything accomplished besides tabling it for a workshop with
Hang
5
on
different
for that,
things.
Hey, that tabling it, that was a good thing. Now we're going to have an open discussion on each of these issues separately. By tabling it, we only tabled it till next Thursday at 6. Then we're going to have an open discussion.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
good.
so
I mean,
tabling it, that was the best thing that could have happened.
And I mean,
now, everything
I'm right
that we
though, ain't
tabled,
I mean, all the rest of the issues we tabled, didn't we? There wasn't nothing else resolved the whole rest of this meeting. It was all tabled.
No, everything else from this point on was pretty much tabled and put off to the side. He did get into the ADA ramps, but it was more along the lines of wanting to see the blueprints and making sure that the original building wasn't going to be fucked with. Correct, Vern?
Yeah. So how
here's what
how
we
it was
got.
going to be built?
Here's what we got in our packet: a company name, a thing that says ADA compliant ramp, 40-foot long, nothing, and $24,000. You didn't tell me nothing there, and it turns out that was just for the base ramp, none of the doors. And I understand what ADA compliant is since I'm disabled and I'm a veteran. I cannot use those steps. And at one time, when they were thinking they were ADA compliant, they put a ramp on the steps in the back that goes from the marshal's office up into the back door. I'm allowed by law to use the same door as anyone else. You cannot discriminate against me and send me in the back door. I wanted to make sure that that's not what the fuck was going on. And then you just call it compliant. Well, they threw out a couple of numbers on bids of $74,000 and $75,000 that they rejected, not even to bring to us. Okay, but we only got a partial bid here. That is only for the concrete work. It has nothing to do with capping the porch area. It has nothing to do with the handrails, the automatic doors. None of that's included.
Right.
So my question then is, were those other bids within line?
And there was just too many questions, so they had to table that shit.
Which is
So,
good, because now we discussed
and
it.
Vern, what's
Yeah.
funny is that same fucking thing has been on the agenda for as long as I've been coming here. That Kent Apple fucking bid, dude. And here it is, still tabled, right? Like they get nothing accomplished ever, though, man.
I keep stopping them on that.
Yeah, I
They
get it.
say that they've run an ad in the paper for these other bids. I've asked for verification of those ads. To be an equal opportunity employer, as we have to be, that has to run in the paper. And they said themselves, first they didn't get any other bid. Then the bids they got, one was for $75,000, and the other one was from a company that didn't know when they could actually come up and do it. Well, why do we not see those bids? Whose decision is it to pick this one and put in front of us, which is an incomplete bid?
And my question, Vern, my question, okay, is Mark is the one taking all these bids. He said so himself in this meeting. And so I'm wondering why is Mark the one in charge of handling these bids? Who the fuck appointed him? Just because he's the old mayor, he thinks he gets to do whatever? Shouldn't that be going through a different channel than one of the fucking board members? Just one?
Well, it should be going through a different section. It should be going through this group that they call the town council.
You know? So
yeah,
he openly admitted he's the one talking to these people. He's the one delivering and receiving the information and then withholding it. He don't even take notes. He says, "Oh, I can't remember what they said." Well, motherfucker, that's why you're supposed to fucking pay attention to what you're doing. If I quit remembering what he says, how's it going to look for him?
This contractor that they have, I've heard a lot of good about his work. So this isn't going to be about the contractor or the price of his bid. It's just the way you present it. How do I approve a piece of paper with no details on it?
You people at the end of the meeting, the very end of the meeting, that's the last fucking real exciting part, is where Mark wants to be a dick and stop Vern right in the middle of his sentence and adjourn the meeting. That's like the last exciting part of the meeting. The meeting, other than that, they had a couple building things that obviously they can't handle. Their fucking building inspector wasn't even here. So those people that wanted to build their home and get their water taps are just shit out of luck. They can wait a month for the next meeting, you know? So those were all tabled.
I can bring it up here to the final. Let's watch the final 3 minutes here of the meeting. You know, people can always go back. This is on my channel. This is also on Good Citizens channel. This is where I pulled it from, was Good Citizens channel. But I enhanced the audio. So if you want the enhanced audio and you want to go through the entire video yourself, because of course we stop every 3 seconds because we're squirrels.
That's
don't fuck with us on that, man. You don't fuck with the ADDDDHDDDDHDDDD. You don't fuck with that shit.
That were agreed to were not made. And I'm not going to argue it all night. I'm just wanting to make that point that it didn't happen properly, in my opinion.
We approved what we needed to approve to get this project keep moving.
Exactly, and that's what makes this a dictatorship.
Put it on the
Did
screen.
not pass what the discussion was on the changes. We sat here and
I
agreed.
made the motion on the ordinance, period. That's what we did.
Mark,
I don't understand what you're saying.
Thorne, before it was passed, he made some changes and the attorney agreed to them.
Was there a motion on the floor to
That's
end
the
the
motion I need.
See, that's where the trick comes
Right.
in. That's where the tyranny comes in. That's where the dictatorship is.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
It froze up.
No,
I
no,
saw
I'm
them
sorry.
dictators
I'm hold on. I'm muted. Hold on.
You people
Whoa,
drunk driving
hold on.
over there.
Hold on. Well, yeah, because it hit me like a ton of fucking bricks from the side of me. So
Yeah.
you're telling me You're telling me the adjustments that you wanted, and Gerald being the third party to fucking oversee Tyra and Donald and their decisions, he's your changes didn't make it in there?
No.
They did not.
Oh, I fucking dude, I called it.
But hey, but Mark, Mark will read it all to him though. That way Donald can understand, right? Because even though they just clearly say the board has nothing to do with the water right here, that's what they're talking about. They took all the rights from the board to have any say in the water, and they give it all to the mayor who can't read, who says, "Well, I'll have the board read it to me." Well, no, you won't, because the board has nothing to do with the water now anymore. Donald, see, you don't comprehend what the fuck is going on in your town, you idiot.
Okay, hold on a second, because I know this is like I think this is like a good 10-minute fucking conversation on here. That's a whole like hour show for us. So why don't we cover just that end of the fucking meeting? Oh wait, you guys got a meeting tomorrow, don't you?
Hey, we passed what we had to pass to get this moving along. That's Mark's words, right?
No, fuck that shit.
No,
You
that
guys
wasn't.
got a
And the
meeting?
lawyer clearly stated that isn't how it had to be. They didn't have to
Right.
lose all their control and power in order for this to happen. Yet Mark clearly states we did what we had to do. No, you didn't.
No, he
And
did
I've
what
got-
he had. He did
Right.
what he had to do.
What he wanted to do, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and I have letters today from the attorney. I hit the ground running with this today. There's going to be an investigation into it. The attorney is trying to work out an addendum to attach to that to
Yep.
put those towers back, because in his email he says, I thought that went through also.
Right.
It did go
Trickery.
through, but Tyra and Mark decided to file the original without the changes, saying I did not make a proper motion.
See, I didn't see anybody write anything down. I didn't see anybody put anything on paperwork. That's why I told you, Vern, I don't think your changes made it in there. And you're like, yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. And even the attorney
Yep.
was like, yeah, it did. And then they get the paperwork and they go, no, it didn't.
Right. What
yeah.
the fuck?
It will be in there, though. That's already being fixed. And the town is freaking out today. They got a Cora request for our government email, and the rumor is it's going to include our group messaging on our private telephones. Tyra has sent out a message to all of us to quit using group messaging immediately.
Immediately. Well, because
Yeah.
anything
Hold
that's
on.
on there just happens to be public information, and sometimes people get really
Hold
relaxed and forget.
Hold on. Quiet. I am now formally putting in a request, a Cora request, a FOIA request. I will email you as soon as I am done with this program. I would like all council members, all town employees, if you have a personal phone and you are paying the bill and you are handling town meetings on it, I want those text messages.
And I've
I am
saved
putting
every
in a
one of mine.
request for those text messages right now. If it's on a personal phone, that makes them public. I would like to
don't
know what's
delete 'em.
going on with the town. Don't delete them. Do not
you
delete
guys-
them.
Yeah, because
Let
it's
me-
never
let me give you a
deleted, guys.
preview.
If you
Let me
think it's
give you a
deleted,
preview of what you're
you're
going-
not. It's not
No.
deleted. We can still get them.
No,
I
don't.
know.
Don't. I'm putting in a request for that information right now. If that information is on personal phones and you're handling government town business on personal phones, what are you doing using personal phones, let alone personal emails through Gmail? That doesn't
I
work
wanted-
either.
I wanted to sell next to Hillary.
Well, I'm
All right.
gonna
Bad joke.
I'm gonna put in a request for that in email form as soon as we're done here. On that note, is there a meeting tomorrow or not?
No.
Okay, so how about this? We've been going for an hour and a half here. That's about our norm here, Vern, and we've got plenty more to talk about. So how about we reconvene here about same bat channel, same bat time and we'll continue on with this little conversation, and I'll let everybody know if they responded back with my information. I already did. I'm just gonna say it. I put in that email request for everybody's government email addresses.
You're not the only one. There's
good.
two requests.
At least it's not just me. So, anyways, I put in one of those requests for those government email addresses. I did not realize that you guys were running off of personal phones, and so now I would like to put in a request for all of that. Please do not delete the information on your phones. If I have to get a court order for Verizon, AT&T, Smart Talk, whatever, I can always pull the records from them. So if you want to play the delete game, that's cool. But if I have text messages on one side from a council member, but apparently you never got those text messages or sent those text messages because they're not on your phone, that's not my fault. You shouldn't be
they're coming
handling
from multiple
business.
devices, so it's going to make it difficult to hide.
And you're not supposed to be doing that, because usually a government phone will automatically back it up to a server system that backs up all text messages, emails, everything. And they do that for a reason. It's called transparency. It's so that way people can go back in and they can request certain information if they know about certain information, if it's not classified. But the only way you can classify information is if it's on a government form.
Yeah, and the only classified that we have is executive session.
Well, even then your executive session is a public. If it's a meeting and it's town related and it's town, like it's employee related, it doesn't matter. If it's town related, it should be public information regardless. There should be nothing confidential about your government.
Well,
nothing.
I got one email from the attorney, and I couldn't believe the wording on this, and this would send Donald into a tailspin. It's, I'm not allowed to share public confidential information.
Yeah. Don't do that, Vern. Hey, Vern, you're not
Yeah.
allowed to share public confidential information.
I'm not Vern.
Oh, that's right. You're not Vern. No, but there's a Vern there, and there's a Vern there, and there's a Vern there. You know what I'm
Get
saying?
all those Verns together and let them know.
Well, I'm trying. I hold on a second. Let me get the group chat together here. You ready? Here, we'll get the group chat together. All right, we've got the group chat together. Vern, don't do that shit, Vern. Anyway, so we're gonna cut it short. Cut it long, because it's been quite some time, and Lord knows everybody's got something to do or somewhere to go. So thank you for your time, everybody that was here. For the little bit of chats that we had Geo Gregory, Top Cat, we had Mad Max as the first one, and we had Sandra Jones in there making some wonderful comments but couldn't stay.
Deer. Look at that deer.
And what's that?
Did you see that deer?
I did not see that deer. We also had John Smith.
Yeah, check it out.
I can't wait to move out there.
I got pictures of the bear in front of our place tonight climbing a tree. It's a big fucking bear.
Nice. I can't wait to move out there. I'm going to have so much fun with the wildlife. Anyways, say goodnight, Verns.
All right. Later, Vern.
Yeah, later, Vern.
You guys have a good night.
Have a wonderful evening, everybody. I'm sorry Robert couldn't talk very much. His, like I said, service is screwed up, but he's with us in spirit right there. Robert, I'm pretty sure the Vernon Nader can sit there and tell you that, good night. But otherwise, till next time, tomorrow night, same bat channel, same bat time. I think we've got a little bit more to talk about, and I've got a few FOIA requests to be making. So bye, everybody.
Yeah, I'm waiting for some information from the attorney, so this will be good.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better. See, I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future. We all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer. What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.